Dear brothers and sisters, the mystery of life and death is a mystery that involves us all. What will happen at the end of our lives? Many mystics have shared their experiences and described what will happen to each of us at the end of our earthly life. Today, however, I want to bring you the words of Don Bosco, who testifies to his extraordinary experiences with men and women who have passed away. Words that I am sure will deeply touch all of you. We know Don Bosco for his deep vocation and for having dedicated his whole life and energy to preventing so many young people from getting lost on the wrong paths. However, many people do not know that Don Bosco had numerous mystical experiences, including encounters with departed souls. Among the many apparitions, those of his friend and seminary companion Luigi Cimolo, Saint Dominic Savio, and his recently beatified mother Margherita, are perhaps the most extraordinary. With his seminary companion Luigi Cimolo, Don Bosco had made a pact that the first of them to die would go to the other to bring him news of the afterlife. Cimolo died on April 2nd, 1839 at the age of 22, and in the 48 hours following his death, the following event happened to Don Bosco, which we hear from his own words.
On the night between April 3rd and 4, I was in bed in a dormitory with about 20 seminarians. Around 11:30, a loud noise was heard in the corridors. It sounded like a large wagon pulled by many horses was approaching the dormitory door. The seminarians woke up, but no one spoke. I was frozen with terror. The noise continued. The door burst open. It was then that Cimolo's clear voice was heard to say 3 times, "Bosco, I am saved!" Then the noise stopped. My companions had jumped out of bed, some of them huddled around the prefect of the dormitory, Don Giuseppe Fiorito of Rivoli. It was the first time I remember being afraid. Such a fright that at that moment I would have preferred to die. That fright caused me a serious illness that brought me close to the grave.
As mentioned, this was not the only case. Another apparition concerns Don Bosco's mother, Margherita. In August 1860, St. John Bosco, while returning to the oratory, saw his mother Margherita, who had died 4 years earlier, in Turin, near the sanctuary of the Consolata. He was greatly surprised. Here are his words.
"But how? You are here. Aren't you dead?" "I am dead, but I live," the deceased replied. "And are you happy?" "Very happy."
Don Bosco asked her if she had entered paradise immediately after death, but she replied no. Having then asked her how much she enjoyed paradise, her mother replied that she could not make him understand it through words alone. The third apparition is even more significant and extraordinary, and concerns Saint Dominic Savio, Don Bosco's pupil at the Valdocco Oratory, who died before reaching the age of 15.
I found myself in Lanzo, in my room. Suddenly, I saw myself on a hill. My gaze was lost in the vastness of a plain. It was divided by wide avenues into vast gardens. The flowers, trees, and fruits were beautiful, and everything else corresponded to such magnificence. While I was contemplating such beauty, a very sweet music began to spread. There were 100,000 instruments, each with a different sound. The choirs of the singers joined in. While I was listening to the celestial harmony in ecstasy, a huge crowd of young people appeared and came towards me. At the head of all of them was Dominic Savio. They all stopped in front of me at a distance of 8 to 10 paces. Then a flash of light shone, the music stopped, and there was a great silence. Dominic Savio advanced only a few more steps and stopped near me. How beautiful he was. His clothes were singular. The white tunic, which reached down to his feet, was embroidered with diamonds and woven with gold. A wide red sash, embroidered with precious gems so that one almost touched the other, girdled his waist. From his neck hung a necklace of flowers never seen before. It seemed like diamonds joined together. These flowers shone with light. His head was crowned with a crown of roses. His hair flowed down his shoulders and gave him such a beautiful, affectionate and attractive appearance that he seemed like an angel. I was speechless and trembling. Then Dominic Savio said, "Why are you speechless and dismayed?" "I don't know what to say," I answered. "So you are Dominic Savio?" "It is I. Don't you recognize me anymore?" "And how come you're here?" "I came to talk to you, ask me some questions." "Are all these wonders I see natural?" "Yes, but embellished by the power of God." "It seemed to me that this was paradise." No mortal eye can see the eternal beauties." "And what do you enjoy in paradise?" "It is impossible to tell you. What is enjoyed in paradise is something that no mortal man can know until he has left this life and been reunited with his Creator." "Well, my dear Savio, tell me what comforted you the most at the point of death." "What comforted me most at the point of death was the assistance of the powerful and loving Mother of the Saviour, Mary Most Holy. And tell this to your young people, that they should not forget to pray to her while they are alive."
Dear brothers, Don Bosco's words confirm his extraordinary experiences. Death is only a passage. Let us meditate on these three visions and let ourselves be inspired by faith and hope. Let us commit ourselves to living a holy life, to praying for the deceased, and to performing works of charity in order to obtain eternal salvation and reach the endless joy of paradise. Let us know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the new videos and become part of the community of faith and prayer. May God bless us all.